Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing my left hand and we're going to be using Miss Florida Nails. So shout out to her. Thank you so much for letting me try out these new colors. I've never tried this brand before, so I'm super excited. So we're going to go ahead and go over the colors. The first one is Creamsicle Cocktail, and it's a light orange with like sparkles in it, almost pink kind of shimmers. The camera's not picking it up too well, but I promise you it has like the prettiest shimmers in it. The next one is Mimosa, which is the glitter color, and this is actually like my favorite one out of all of them because it's just so pretty, and it matches to both of the solids. And the last one is Sangria, which is like the thermal color. So how it looks like in the pot is actually how it looks like in real life. For whatever reason, the camera's picking up the swatch kind of like red orange, but it's more like how it looks like in the pot, and then it turns into this bright pink. Now I am using all Mani Boss liquids as well as Mani Boss peel base, and I will be using them in my Chaos liquid holder. So we're going to go ahead and start with Sangria. So I am actually going to start with my pinky today, you guys, and also I wanted to give you guys a heads up and apologize in advance. I moved my camera around, or like how I set up my phone, because I got like a bigger ring light. My husband got me a bigger ring light, but my head is like literally in the video so many times, you guys. So like I said, I want to apologize in advance because usually my head's not in the video too. Okay, so what I did is I put the base about 3/4 of the way up the nail, and then I did the pour over method. I'm going to go ahead and use the Triple D cuticle tool, which, by the way, you guys, my favorite tool ever. And then I'm going to go ahead and dust off the excess. Then I'm going to go ahead and do 2 full coats of the base and 2 full coats of the dip powder. So, oh my gosh, look at my head right there. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch, and then I'll be right back in a little bit. Okay, so before I move on to my next finger, I'm going to go ahead and activate this one. The next color I am going to use is the orange shade, which again is Creamsicle Cocktail. And I'm going to go ahead and put that all over my middle finger. Now, since this is a shimmery color, I wanted to see how it would look like with just the 2 shades and then a clear cap over. So for this finger, I'm actually going to do like pour the whole thing into the cupcake liner and just do 2 coats of this one. And then I'm actually going to use it differently on a different finger, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So again, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch for a little bit, and then I'll pop back in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the pointed finger because I'm not going to clear cap the other finger yet. I'm going to do that later on in the video. So what I actually wanted to do is I'm going to do an ombre on my pointer finger. And I will be actually doing 3 layers of this ombre because I was kind of doing an experiment to see how it would look like. Because I won't be clear capping this finger, so I wanted to see if the shimmer would withhold like the filing and buffing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that creamsicle shade, and I'm going to put my finger down because I want this shade to be closer to the cuticle and like fade out to the bottom. and I'm going to go ahead and lightly tap my little brush, and then I'm going to take the pinkier shade and focus that on the tip of the finger. Just the tip not to mix the colors, I actually tapped the excess off on the side, like away from the cupcake liners, and then I cleaned up around my cuticle area. Tapping the excess away from the cupcake liners like prevents it from like mixing, because remember, this orange one has shimmer and that pinkier one is a solid, so I don't want any unnecessary shimmers in my solids. If that makes sense. Okay, so what I did for my second coat of the ombre is I actually started with the pinkier shade first, and then I added the orange shade. And then for my third go round, I started back with the orange shade and then focused again the pink on the tip. Since this finger is done, I'm going to go ahead and activate it, and then I'm going to go ahead and start with the glitter shade, which is Mimosa. I'm going to go ahead and pour all of it in the cupcake liner because I will be lining it, laying my finger into the cupcake liner. So I'm going to go ahead and go 3/4 of the way up with some dip base on my ring finger. And like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and lay my finger down. Now the first go around of like the color didn't pick up as well as I like, which is okay, it's fine. But if this ever happens to you, make sure that you kind of shake the cupcake liner so all the glitters can kind of float to the top, and that'll give you like a better coverage. What I'm doing right here is I'm actually going to just dust away the excess, but I'm actually going to take some of the glitters out of the cupcake liner, because what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my second coat, and this is going to be a full layer. And then again, I'm going to go ahead and lay my finger into the cupcake liner, but there's always some spaces where it's like missing a piece of glitter, or it doesn't look like enough glitter picked up. So I always want to have some glitter to the side to kind of fill in the blanks. So I actually also use my cuticle tool to kind of move the glitters around to like where I want them. Some glitters are not going to move. That's okay. But I'm also going to show you another trick in a little bit. So just keep watching and I'll pop back in. Okay, so here's my little trick. If you have any glitters that don't look like they need to come off, but they're still hanging over, just take some cuticle nippers and cut them off. So cut off all the excess ones that are like kind of like hanging out or hanging to the side. If you don't need to take them off, don't. Just go ahead and cut them off, because that'll also avoid any empty spaces as well. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys watch. But right here, I'm actually where I'm filling in those empty spots of where I think more glitter needs to be added, or like a pop of color needs to be added. So again, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so for my thumb, I decided to do a different type of ombre. I wanted to do the solid and the glitter ombre. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a full coat of dip base, and then I'm going to go ahead and start with the solid color towards the cuticle. So that is the sangria color. After we tap off the excess, I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of dip it into the glitter. Now, the reason that I do this is because it is a chunkier glitter. Usually, if it's a finer glitter, I would then do the scoop thing and like ombre it up. But since this is a chunkier ombre, I kind of like to make sure that certain pieces are in certain places. So this is what you see me doing here. I'm actually taking it and kind of like placing it, like doing that spot glitter thing. After I got all the glitters in place, I'm going to then take another full coat of dip base, but this time I am going to go ahead and ombre the glitter, just focusing it towards the tip. And then I'm going to take the solid color once again and finish off the ombre. All right, now that the ombre is laid, we're going to go ahead and take our last full coat of dip base. And this is where we're going to go ahead and clear cap. So I'm going to use my double dip clear and do a pour over method over that. I'm also going to go ahead and clear cap my middle finger and my ring finger. Okay, so now since everything is clear capped, I'm going to go ahead and then activate everything. I'm also going to go ahead and file off camera, you guys, because I wanted to show you guys how good this mani came out. So I'm going to go ahead and activate, file, and then I'll be right back. Okay, this is how we're looking like after we filed and buffed. So we're going to go ahead and take this hard bristle brush and just kind of help take all that excess dust off so it doesn't look kind of grainy when we put on our top coat. We're going to go ahead and take our activator and go ahead and activate all our fingers one more time. You're going to go ahead and let that sit for about a minute. And then we're going to take a lint-free wipe with some alcohol on it and do a quick swipe just to remove any excess activator before we start our top coat. Now for your first layer of your top coat, you want to go ahead and make sure that you do the fewest amount of strokes as possible. And also remember to wipe your brush onto the napkin or paper towel before you return it back to the bottle to avoid any contamination. Now when you're using a top coat, like a dip top coat, you want to make sure that you have enough product on the brush to make sure to cover the nail, but not so much that it's going to overflow and overflood like the cuticle area or your sidewalls. And again, the first layer, you always want to do the fewest amount of strokes and always wipe the brush before returning it back to the bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch this part, and then I'll pop back in for the second coat. All right, now we're ready for our second layer of the dip top coat. Now, you guys, this is not in real time. I did speed this up, but this is a layer where you want to be more precise. And if you miss like any gaps or anything, and just to make it like kind of flush and even, this is also where you want to clear cap your edges, especially for those who want to wear their mani for like longer than I do. For example, I only wear it for like 2 to 3 days, but if you want to wear it for 2 to 3 weeks, make sure you cap those edges. Now, once your top coat layer is completely dry, you want to go ahead and then add some cuticle oil. This one's from Candy Skincare. I'm going to go ahead and add that to all of my fingers, and this is to help hydrate and replenish your hands and your cuticle area back up. So this is the final result. Now, there's a lot of elements going on into this mani, so I wanted to show you guys one by one. So remember, sangria is a thermal changer. So right here, I got some ice water, and I wanted to show you guys how it changes to that peachy color. So pretty. Now this is some warm water to bring it back to that hot pink color. And then right here I'm actually going to charge it up because remember that creamsicle color glows. Okay, you guys, until next time, I will see you later. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Bye.